Hi, I'm Ibrahima and this is Talk Collective Intelligence. Small social groups first need to answer one fundamental question before they journey toward original collective intelligence. And this question is, what are we trying to achieve? In other words, what is the goal that they're trying to reach? Now, effective teams have many characteristics. And surely one of them is holoptic intelligence, which I define as the capability to respond effectively within the holoptical space by using one's knowledge repertoire, one's wisdom, and one's feel of the current dynamics. But as they engage in a holistic view of the experience in which they are involved, and as they keep their focus on the goals to be achieved through collective intelligence, they do all that by maintaining their sight on what Nobel calls the object link, or the linking object that brought team members together in the first place to collaborate for original collective intelligence. For the author, and I quote, "Every human and non-human collective always organizes itself around object links." So what is an object link? Anyways, now still according to Nobel, I quote, "Il s'agit d'un objet physique ou abstrait qui permet à un collectif de coordonner ses actions." Of quote. So my translation would be, an object link is a real or a symbolic object that enables team members in a collective to coordinate their actions. So in a seminal work, Collective Intelligence, The Invisible Revolution, and in a recent YouTube video, the author explains the concept in detail, categorizes object link into 3 distinct groups, and lists examples of object links in real life or in symbolic life. Now, one of the things that you discover is that Nobel's conceptualization is a window into an organized and very compelling worldview that explains the world in relatable terms. We are able to see human habits and human behaviors in new lights, and we suddenly also discover the varied tangible and intangible architectures that have shaped and continue to shape human civilization since the beginning of the first organized communities. But before we go into real-life examples or symbolic examples of object links, let us first review the 3 categories as identified and explained by Nobel. So the first category of object links is called yum-yum object or attraction object, because it has magnetic powers that draw everyone to it, either in competition or cooperation, or both. We react to it because it's the kind of object that we all often desire to have. Now, examples of symbolic yum-yum object or attraction objects are money, power, prestige, and popularity. Now, examples of real yum-yum object or attraction objects are food, for example, or water. Now, the second category of object linked is called monster object or repulsion object, because it scares us and we want to run away from it. We react to it because a monster object presents an existential threat to us and always moves us to band together against it. So monster objects are, in the words of Nobel, strong community catalysts. So an example would be virus. A virus that causes an epidemic can be considered as a symbolic monster object. Example of real life or real monster object or repulsion object, something that we can see, are, for example, aliens from other planets when people talk about it, or even terrorism. So the third category of object link is called art object because it is the result of cooperation or collaboration from a group of individuals intent on creating something. So Nobel considers it as a pact of quality with the universe. Example of a symbolic art object would be a knowledge artifact, something that we purely create out of our mind. Examples of real-life art objects would be, for example, an architectural building. So now, coming back to our work team, whose members have gathered for a meeting. Here we can place the objectives in the meeting agenda of the work team as the object links that team members are gathering around to bring to bear their collective intelligence upon in order to produce either a symbolic art object or a real life or real art object. So now the success of this small social group will inevitably rest on team members' ability to clearly identify, comprehend, and communicate between each other the nature of this object link or the nature of these object links if you have many objectives. So in the next video, we will review the criticality of member identification and comprehension of the object links or links. But today, my question is, what is the ideal number of object links in a given work team meeting? For now, I would like to thank you for your time and attention today.